Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging. Well, coming at you with thoughts of the day, just really my hair. It's too much. I'm in the Watcher banana clip, and I've been cooking all day and doing things before the live gig and after, and I'm pretty tired, but I thought I would check in because I wanted to let you all know something I haven't mentioned in a while. I listened to a little bit of Mike Rivero today. He broadcasts out of Hawaii. It's independent media, which I have a love-hate relationship with him. I totally agree with his anti-war stance. I very much agree with how he gets into the details about, war being a racket, basically, and about how a lot of times we're doing things on behalf of Israel. I do love that part of him. I don't like the part where he gets into the liberal bashing, I guess. I don't care for labels. I think it keeps people divided. And, let's give equal outrage for both so-called sides. Do you know what I mean? There's plenty of ire to go around in terms of, liberal, conservative, Democrat, Republican, whatever. I just don't care for it. I don't think it gets us anywhere because you know why? I know plenty of people who, in the past, have claimed the Republican title. Let's just say that they were very much Republicans, very much right wingers, very much yay yay, and now they've kind of gotten away from that. And I've noticed they agree with people who once identified as progressive. See what I mean? So I just think when it comes down to it, a lot of these labels are to keep us divided, keep us fighting, and not concentrating on issues. If you pull somebody over on the street and say, how do you feel about really us being in Syria uninvited or something, or, illegally invading another country in 2003 or what have you, which it's come out clearly there were no weapons of mass destruction, and the same media that told us that is telling us all this other stuff. So whatever, I don't want to get down the rabbit hole too far here, ladies and gentlemen, because there is a point, and it does come back to Mike Rivero. The point is, if you pull those people aside and ask them, I don't know what the point is, I can barely think. If you pull those people aside and ask them how they feel about things, they're going to agree that it's wrong, it's bad. They don't like intervention, and getting involved in all this jazz either. So that's why I see people that maybe call themselves libertarians and call themselves progressives or whatever can definitely join together and, support each other if you discuss issues only. Okay. That being said, good gravy. It took me long enough to say it, didn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Getting to Rivero, I'm glad that I stuck with him today because I almost left him when he started in with, I don't know, some of the stuff he claims is just not right at all. And I was yelling at the YouTube thing and cooking violently and everything. And then, thank goodness, he had a gentleman on. I don't know who it was really, who was talking about the USS Liberty. I used to mention that quite a bit when I started this video series in the late 70s. I'm making that part up. Back in May of 2017. And I haven't mentioned it lately, really, but if you don't do another thing, just look up the USS Liberty and what happened. And I have a book. I'll pause this and I'll hold it up for you. It happened in 1967. And it's Israel attacked the USS Liberty. There's no question about it. The commander of the local VFW kind of got on me about this on Facebook a long time ago. Oh, it was some sort of mistake or whatever. No, it was not. And there's total evidence to show that it was not a mistake. It was planned. They wanted to possibly, I'm not sure the motive, ladies and gentlemen, but one theory is that they wanted Egypt to be blamed for this. And thereby we would be drawn into that whole scene in 1967. So, okay, I'm going to go get the book, but I was really glad that I listened to that. We give a ton of money to Israel all the time. And they got away with actual murder of crewmen on the USS Liberty in 1967. And I think once people realize that, a lot of people just don't know about it. I didn't know about it until about, I'm going to say 3 to 4 years ago at this point. Around there is when I started to really kind of look deeper into things, I guess. And this was one of the first things at which I looked. And so, yeah, I think it's real important for people to know about the USS Liberty. There are veterans of that ship fighting for justice, fighting for being recognized. Some of them, I think the captain was given a Congressional Medal of Honor, but it was done in private. It's just been really quite a journey for these people. If you don't know anything about it, the BBC, believe it or not, years ago in the 90s made a documentary, but what's it called? I forget the name of it. I'm sorry, I do. But this book, and the gentleman who wrote it named Philip Torney, that would be a good start if you want to just look on YouTube at interviews of him or whatever the case may be. I know the Real News Network interviewed him, I think last year, because it was the 50-year anniversary, 2017. I did math, don't faint. So I'm going to go get that book and hold it up. I know I haven't been getting into a lot of this jazz lately, but I don't want to forget about it, and I'd like to let new loungers know about it. So hold on. I have returned to the scene. Here it is. It's called Erasing the Liberty. I'm trying to get it where there's no glare. I'll hold real still. Erasing the Liberty. Philip Torney, he was aboard the ship. And I'll read the back here. Phil Torney, author of the classic book What I Saw That Day, which detailed his time in the U.S. Navy, the attack on his ship, the USS Liberty, and his 25-year quest to get the truth out, is back. So it's going to be a full-length feature film. It's packed with available information on Israel's vicious attack on the unarmed spy ship and the U.S. government's continuing cover-up. Gleaned from every book about the assault, as well as from other sources. I just skipped ahead, just read 2 paragraphs. I don't want to make this too long. It's already 7 minutes. Also, I wanted to let you know that I already have the words written down for the shows. On Saturday and Sunday, I decided not to bring Mother into it. She's too busy worrying about her basement and doing other things. And you know how I forget stuff. So it's no cheating. I just wrote it down, set it aside. I have like over 100 words there. Some will be used for past weird. Some will be used for reverse past weird. And I promise you, I will not remember what I wrote. I did write some of them down while listening to that Rivero. So some of the words he said, I just jotted them down. So there's your clue. That's all. Lounging with Lisa, the video series that has me lounging while coming at you with thoughts of the day. Please join me, join others. Oh dear, drop your political identities. Let's focus on issues. Leave labels at the door. Research before you judge. Remember that war is a racket. And also, please check into this. Erasing the Liberty. I think once people hear about this, it opens their eyes to other atrocities that are unfolding. And how it is not anti-Semitic to criticize the government of Israel. There you have it. It's just crazy behavior being called anti-Semitic for questioning, taking the government of Israel to task. It's ridiculous, and I will not tolerate it. I will not tolerate rude behavior in the government. Live for you.